All right. Where'd Mr. Belford go? You ready?
Yeah, man.
All right, man. We had what's happening, everybody? We had a huge fucking just night of fighting. But real quick, I want to tell everybody to go over to uncutsports.com and subscribe. And I want to welcome the talking head. That's Mr. George Bedford, live from Vegas.
He's chilling with Weezy after the fight.
Yeah, George is actually hanging out with Weezy and all the big celebrities out in Vegas. But a great night of fighting, not just on the boxing side, but also the UFC side, which we did a video earlier. You guys can catch that as well. But Floyd Mayweather versus Miguel Cotto. I think at where you're at, George, they had Mayweather as an 8-1 favorite over Cotto. He won the fight, and he was very impressive in doing so, but he definitely didn't seem like he was an 8-1. I mean, he didn't seem like he was that dominant.
You want to talk about some crazy odds on this fight? They had, if 100-1 that Cotto would win this fight in the 11th, 100-1 that he could win it in the 12th.
Are you serious? Mm-hmm. George, I'm not lying, but on this screen, you look blue. You look like a motherfucking Smurf, dog. I'm not lying. Doesn't he, Jimmy? Yeah. You look like you're holding your breath. Breathe. but it was funny how the fight how it went about. Floyd Mayweather controlled the first rounds. I mean, he's so crafty. He's such a good counterpuncher, and he's so hard to hit. And the way he puts that shoulder up, man, he makes the punches slide off. And I'm like, I know if I was boxing him, I would be so fucking frustrated, because you're looking at someone like Miguel Cotto, who is incredible. Right. He's an incredible fighter, but he's just struggling to try to land good punches, good solid punches.
I thought Cotto fought really well, and to me, he ran out of gas in like the 8th, 9th round, and he just couldn't keep that pace up. I mean, where he was trying to pin Floyd on the ropes and get in some shots. Right. He just wasn't able to keep it up, and that's when it sort of went downhill. Yeah, it really did. I mean, I guess it was probably like the 4th or 5th round where Cotto turned it on. Yeah, he started hitting his stride,
and everybody started getting excited, and Letterman was basically saying, hey, if he presses it now, he has a chance to turn the tide. And he did not do that. For some reason, in the 9th round, where he started finally getting a little momentum going his way, he let up in the 9th round. And Mayweather basically figured it out. That's the thing that's so good about Floyd Mayweather, is he's got such good ringmanship. He gets you, and then you figure out a way to get him, and then he turns around and figures out a way to beat that.
He's very good at adapting and changing things, basically mid-round, mid-stride almost. Right. And, I mean, to see him throw 600 and I believe 87 punches today, I mean, that's really not his normal game. Right. But, but it's what it called for.
He had to. He couldn't sit back and counter, because, Miguel Cotto was being aggressive, putting him in the corner, and then wailing on him. George, what do you think about this shit, man?
As much as in the past I've been a detractor of Floyd, more or less for what he does outside, he was very aggressive tonight, which is very not Floyd Mayweather, which was impressive to see. It's nice to see that he still can put on a show. And that's what he said at the end. He's like, you know what, I put on a show for the fans. And if that's where he's getting at in his career, I mean, it's only going to be better for us.
Right.
And
yeah.
I think the most interesting thing that's going to come out of this is what happens with Floyd's career. I mean, and the reason I say that is he just guaranteed before pay-per-view $32 million. He's going to take a month, like 90 days or 100-some days, and hang out in jail. And then once he's out, does he really need the box anymore?
He'll be missing Miss Jackson. I know that.
I mean, if he wins any more belts, he's going to need the Smurfs to carry him along. I guess that's why Bieber was there. That made no sense.
Speaking of Smurf, he looks like he could be your cousin, Shorty, because you're seriously.
Let me tell you, that just looked so out of place. That was the one thing I think Larry Merchant actually said that was right, of how out of place Bieber looked.
You know what's funny? That's the thing, huh?
How does Larry Merchant still have a job?
We said that the whole night. But before we get into Larry Merchant, because that could be 45 minutes, that's once again, Justin Bieber coming into the ring is genius. I'm serious. Right. Floyd Mayweather finds, now look who he's marketing to. He's marketing to the young crowd, and people are like,
he's got essentially the 3 people that walked out with him that were visible and noticeable were 50 Cent, Triple H, and Justin Bieber. Right. You've got all your bases covered just about.
You've got your pop man, you've got your rap man, and you've got your WWE man. You know what I mean? He's smart as shit the way he markets shit. I mean, you got to hand it to him.
Speaking about man, didn't somebody mention that he went from fighting like a rapper to now fighting like a grappler?
No. He went from a hip-hop fighter to a rapper, I believe.
Hip hop fired to a rapper. There was a few things that Larry Merchant said, and this touches on the issue of this, and then we'll get back to the fight. But Larry Merchant is, by all means, HBO staff and these boxing analysts that they have and everything are incredible. They're all Hall of Fame guys,
right?
I guess.
Lampley's great.
Lampley's great. But the thing is that there has to come a time where you have to start putting young blood in there, Right. And this is coming from somebody who's older. I mean, you just need if you want boxing to survive and the young people to tune in, you need some young analysts.
He's like the grandfather that just wanders off at the mall.
He is like the great grandfather that wanders, not the grandfather. He is the great grandfather.
The thing is which I told Kevin, I would still, if they want to have him on the telecast, that's fine. Cut his mic. He can talk all he wants. He doesn't know it's not on TV.
Yeah. It's just it's the same stuff. He's like, well, Now, one thing I was impressed with, I was impressed with how Floyd Mayweather conducted himself. I was. He obviously had apologized to Larry Merchant about all the bullshit that went down back, last fall and stuff. And it does seem like Merchant tries to get shit out of him and stuff like this and push his buttons. And Mayweather definitely kept cool and stuff like that. I think he's like, I got to change my image up. That was fucking impressive.
Yeah, he acquitted himself very well in that interview. I mean, very professional.
He really.
I'm for one noticing the change in Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
In the attitude and his demeanor and how he's going about things. And like I told Kevin the other night, I think it's because he realizes his money after boxing, and he could probably make more than he will boxing, is going to be in promoting.
It is.
Right.
And he needs to get these boxers on his
and you
side.
know what?
He people on his side and realize, look, I can make you money. I'm the guy you want to go with.
I agree, and I think nowadays, before when the fans are all booing at the end of the fight, I think that bothers him slightly, and I think he wants to change those to cheers, like George was saying, because he realizes you have to be liked. I mean, when Oscar De La Hoya is a picture showing of him on the screen for the most part, people, they clap. They like him. He's a favorable person.
Right. When boxing is all said and done and you're not in the ring anymore and you're being a promoter, when
he's not wearing fishnets and high heels.
People are going to recognize you for what you did outside of the ring, what type of person you were. And Mayweather has got to make the transition to be that type of person. He's obviously starting to do it. The next thing, obviously, the question comes up is if Pacquiao gets through Timothy Bradley, Pacquiao Mayweather. Everybody asks that question. A lot of people are going to say, wow, Pacquiao handled Miguel Cotto much easier in a sense than Floyd Mayweather. I'll be the first one, and I'm a Pacquiao fan, but I'll be the first one to say they are two different types of boxing styles. And the type of boxing style that Manny Pacquiao has will definitely tire you out quicker. He pushes you. He's aggressive. He moves fast, whereas...
And he's not going to hit that wall in the 8th or 9th round.
Right. But I'm saying from the perspective, Jimmy, how people will compare him to fighting Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
Miguel Cotto will run out of steam. Any man will run out of steam faster fighting Manny Pacquiao than they will Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather's a defensive fighter. He's a counterpuncher. Manny Pacquiao's going to press you and act like the fucking Nightcrawler from X-Men. Hey, man, have you motherfuckers seen Avengers yet?
No, I haven't, but I want to.
I gotta go see that shit. I know I went off script, y'all, but hey, shit happens. But he's going to press you like the Nightcrawler from the X-Men and tire your ass out.
Right.
So I think it just has to happen. I think I will agree. I am agreeing with Floyd Mayweather. The only reason it is not happening is because of one man and one man only, and that is
Bob Arum.
Bob Arum.
And the thing is I don't understand why, these guys are both big draws, 55-45 to the winner.
Yeah.
I mean, how much more fair can that be? It gives a little bit of an incentive to winning the fight.
Yeah, I agree. I
mean, you're still going to make a killing. These guys are going to make $60 to $75, $80 million.
Oh, fucking absolutely. So maybe they can find some way, but I think as long as Bob Arum is involved, it's going to be hard. You saw Miguel Cotto said fuck it and left, and look at it. They had a fight. They promoted it. It was a great fight. It was a great event. Everybody was happy. I think people who paid for it paid. I paid for a pay-per-view. I'm glad I got my money's worth for once. Bob Arum doesn't want to make shit materialize.
Just so you guys know, Larry Merchant just made it back to Miguel Cotto's locker room on his walker. Right. So, yeah, he's just now conducting that interview.
Look at George's face. Joe, what do you think, man? And we're going to wrap it up real quick.
I think Bob Arum's the piece standing in the way, but like you guys have already touched on, there's a lot of money to be made. Will it be made? Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see Manny Pacquiao needs to look around and be like, does he really want to? If Manny Pacquiao doesn't want to take that fight versus Mayweather, then he needs to stop boxing. Because truthfully, unless he loses to Timothy Bradley, and if he loses to Timothy Bradley, it's going to do nothing but hurt him more than help him.
Right.
Then if he's not going to fight Mayweather, then just stop fighting.
And to me, if I'm one of those guys or both of those guys, I don't want to look back in 5 or 10 years and regret the payday that I missed. Right. Whether or not I would have won or lost, I mean, that's a tremendous payday.
Oh,
a payday that can take care of your family for many years.
Oh, hell yeah.
Many generations.
It will be the biggest boxing payday there is, you know? Well, anyway, we are going to wrap it up. Before we do, the question I'm going to pose to everybody is, do you guys think that Mayweather-Pacquiao will materialize this year in 2012? I want everybody to know. If it does,
no.
Who do you have winning, and how do you have them winning? All right. We're getting the fuck out of here. And, George.
Have a good trip back.
Yeah.
Enjoy that suite.
Peace'ems.